And aloha! Welcome back to the BlueNote Fan Report. This is Guy, the Wide Blues fan. I got too much going on in my ears. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay, so after 20 minutes, it is 2-1 Blues. Surprisingly, Husso was supposed to play both the first and second period, but they brought in the new guy, Lindgren. And Lindgren ran in kind of a weak goal, but it's been a strong game so far. The Blues have played solid. Now this period, I did not hear the Tarasenko line out there that much. Neil came out a little bit more. Neil scored the goal. Neil had a real nice goal in there, assisted by Santini. Nice to see Santini get in. That could be a good pickup for us. Let me go and look at something real quick. Here we go. Let me pull this up. On pause, and we're getting ready to show that. Waiting for Ashley to come on. We're just talking about the game, and it's kind of fun. It's hard to, so I'm listening to it. I can't see it like everybody else can. And that's kind of hard, but you do what you can. You go what you go, and you have fun when you can have the fun. I think I invited Ashley. We'll find out in a little bit. Let's go ahead and see if we can look at the James Neal goal. And yes. Gonna try and see if we can find us some neat. There we go. Let's watch the James Neal. Oops, can't hear me when I do that. Let's see if we can watch the James Neal goal right here on the BlueNote Fan Report. And let's go. Here we go. James Neal goal.
Here's Paul. 17:41 to go. Blues shoot it in from the corner. They score. James Neal. Goal scores, just scored. He was below the goal line, chucked it to the front of the net, and it goes in off the skate of the goaltender, and in. 2-0 St. Louis, 17:38 to play, period number 2.
When I scored that goal in a hockey game.
Well, there you go. And you're listening. What's neat about this is you're listening to the exact same feed that I'm listening to. That's what I heard on the radio. Mary Ann says she's impressed with Thomas. I am too. She also says, like to see this line with Saad, Thomas, and Vlad. I that line has been good. Very, very solid. I'm very impressed by it. What lines is Minnesota trying to be trying out? I can't watch the game tonight. What players are looking their best on both teams? Well, to be honest, Minnesota, the Blues announcers haven't really called that many Minnesota names. While Minnesota has more shots, St. Louis has had more puck possession. Let me see if I can find something out about the lines here, bud. Let me see what I can find out for you. For Minnesota. Well, this is who Minnesota brought. So I don't know what the lines are. They have Strom, Boldy, Greenway, Rossi, Bergstad, Turgeon, who is Pierre Turgeon's son, Rass, Beckman, Hermosa, Garou, Novak, and Bitten is the forwards. Ken, who's Jamie Benn's brother. Pickett's, O'Rourke, Hunt, Mermis, and Lambos as their defense. Kokkonen and Hammond. And right now, Hammond in his net. Kokkonen went 7 for 9, or 778 in 31 of ice time. Hammond's at 828 is 1,000, 2 for 2. That's the best I can do for you for lines right now. Sorry about that, Minnesota. I wish I could do a little better, but just got to go with what I got. I like that one too. Nice. Yeah, that was really good on Neil. John Hefner sticking in saying, hey, I want to make sure that I sent Ashley. Wrong thing. Make sure I sent Ashley the invite. Hopefully she'll join us. Pretty sure I did, but I'll double check it. There we go. I'll send it back to her. I don't know if she's going to join us or not, but she's always welcome. And we're just going along with the flow. Marianne sent me something. Yep, well, I'm actually Marianne. I brought that up earlier. Shooter, a passer, and a guy who goes to the net. I brought that up earlier. Yes, ma'am. So let me see, where am I at now? Okay. I'm lost. But hey, that's all the fun of doing this, trying to figure it out. Oh, for St. Louis, Ian Oman, my Minnesota fan, wanted to know who scored for St. Louis. Brandon Saad scored from Tarasenko and Thomas, and James Neal scored from Santini. I am not watching the game. I am listening to it on the ESPN or the NHL app. I thought it would right now. The only way you can watch it is if you have if you have Fox Sports Midwest, if you're in the St. Louis area. Otherwise, you can't watch the game. It happens a lot in preseason. Really, you kind of expect it. You deal with it and you go from there. I'm not going to be able to see all the preseason games, and I know it, and I'll just deal with it. That's what's important. So we'll just go for it. Let's go over to stats, the Statmeister. Let's go over the JP Fields deal meal. We'll take a bite out of the numbers with stats. So we know James Neal scored at the 222 mark, and Adam Beckman for the Wild scored at the 10-13 mark. Shots are 21-11. Minnesota took 11 in that to St. Louis' 6, and that's a negative. St. Louis needs to get on the board with a few more shots. I definitely believe that. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play. Face-offs, Minnesota has gotten much closer. They are now 55-45. Block shots, St. Louis has 8. Minnesota has 2. That's a good number for St. Louis. Takeaways, still only 1-0, and no giveaways. Hits are 13-8 in favor of the Wild. There have been 2 penalties in the first period. Barbashev for slashing on Strum, and in the Jordy Ben got a holding against Torpachenko. So that's where we stand. Moving along. I got 671, but blacked out. Yeah, it's. I don't know, bud. I don't know what to tell you. With ESPN having this now, so that's one of the things that has gone away with ESPN Plus. Prior to that, there was NHL.TV. Well, NHL.TV here in the U.S. is gone. Ian says, nice. Beckman is a shooter through and through. Don't have many shooters in Minnesota currently. Well, Beckman's goal really wasn't a goal, okay? Let me see if I can find that goal and show it. Got to see if I can get Minnesota on here, because it really was. It was one that the Blues goalie should have had. Hold on a second. Minnesota had the goal up. Share. They do not have the video up. So they don't have a video of it, so there's nothing I can do for you guys. Sorry about that. And obviously the Blues don't have it up either, so oh well. I tried. I did what I could. Right? So that's where we're at there. Oh, and now we got the famous
Hey,
Ashley.
I can't hear you, Guy.
Let's hear your impressions of the second period.
I can't hear you, Guy. I'm going to back out and come back.
Okay, no problem. All right. Yeah, well, Ashley will be right back with us. She couldn't hear me. Probably I might have had her down. No, I think I got her up because I could hear her. Okay, so that's where we're at. For all three of you that are watching me, I guess the intermission. See, that's one of the things that I'm thinking about taking away is the intermission shows because they just don't draw. Okay, we got Ashley back. You hear me, Ashley?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so what are your impressions of the second period?
I really liked it. I think that this Lindgren was out of position for that goal, but otherwise I kind of liked what I saw from him. I mean, he's still young. He's played a few NHL games, but I mean, I think he has potential if anything ever happens to Husso, but I don't think he's taken Husso's spot.
Oh, no, he's not taking Husso's spot. That's for sure. And in fact, I think he's like sixth on the depth chart.
Yeah.
So he's got a couple of guys to jump before he even gets near Husso. The thing, well, that goal, it sounded like it just surprised him. Dropped down and rolled between his legs, like the one that he wasn't ready for. I see them eyes.
Yeah, that's Allie. She's the oldest. Say hi.
Hi, Ali. Oh, it's Ali. Ali Kata, Ali Monster.
Yeah.
Yes, we have some fun here on the BlueNote Fan Report. Absolutely, we do. So, no, actually, it wasn't a bad period. It really wasn't. Neil's goal kind of set it up, and they went in. They got that 2-goal lead and went in a little defensive. And then I don't know if it was right not giving Husso that second period, but maybe they saw enough that they thought, let's get Lindgren some more work. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Again, throwaway game. I've talked about that. You're not worried about wins or losses here. What you're worried about is what you see on the ice. Now, the one thing I'm thinking, I don't have, see if I can come up with the ice times here real quick. I have a feeling that our boys did not play much in the second period. So let's go look here at the Blue. So Saad's now at 12 minutes. Terashenko's at 10 minutes. And where's Thomas? Thomas is at 13 minutes. So Thomas got some time out there. I don't know if they'll hit the 20-minute mark, but they're going to get semi-near it. Clifford's at 8 minutes. Let's see. What do we got? Bozak's at 10. Costin's at 8. I haven't heard Costin's name at all. Barbashev's at 9.5. Joshua's at 8. I hadn't heard his name much in the second period. Neighbors has got 10. Torpachenko's just short of 9. Borlik's got 9:30. Neil's at 10. Terashenko's at 10. Santini's got 12 on the defense. Bortuzzo's got 12. So the defense is pretty even. Pareko's at 14, almost 15. Galloway's at 12. Prunovich is at 13. Wallman's at 12. Bortuzzo's at 12. The only thing that I'm concerned with right now when I look at this is the shots. The fact that they've only taken 11 shots and given up 21 concerns me.
Yeah, it concerns me a little bit, but again, this is a throwaway game. They're just out there having fun.
Jess, I don't know what channel it's on. I'm listening to it. I can't watch it. It is on Fox Sport or Bally Sports Midwest, if you have that channel. Or the
it's
Bally
not on
Sports.
the channel. It's only on the app. So you would have to log in with your cable provider.
Oh, no, it's only on the app, so it's not on the channel at all?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you got to log in with the app. I guess NHL Network's got Cujo on. He led the league in the saves for 3 consecutive seasons. Cujo was a great goalie for the Blues. That was a bad loss. That was a bad loss. Actually, so you know what? Let's talk about something real quick. I'm working on an article, and I'm calling it "Blinded by the Cup."
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what I mean by that, and I want to read you. I want to read you just the start of this article and see what you think to it. The Stanley Cup is made of silver and nickel alloy. It has a height of 89.54 centimeters, 35.25 inches, and weighs 15.5 kilograms, 34.5 pounds. It is a distinct shine, and for Blues fans, it shines as bright as 10,000 suns. So how do you like that?
I like that.
Right? We won the cup, and too many fans are blinded by that fact. They're happy with that. And then you hear this blind devotion to Craig Berube and Doug Armstrong. Now, Armstrong has made some good moves. I'll admit that. But I think that there is a rift between Armstrong and Berube, and I think that you saw that today. I really do. You got rid of his pet.
Yeah, and
right?
Also bringing Hitchcock in. That also might be a stab at Berube.
Yeah, as a coaching consultant, they're the same type of coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think that there's a rift developing in the front office, and Blues fans are completely blinded by it. And the other thing they're blinded by is Bennington. I put a post out, and I got slammed for it. If I told you can have this goalie, would you put this goalie in? In the last 9 playoff games, he's 0-9 with a .454 goals against average and an 85 save percentage. Would you put that goalie in net?
It would depend on the other information that you're not giving. You got to keep in mind that we were down, Tarasenko in the bubble, and none of them.
No. I'm gonna stop.
You see, Guy, I appreciate you and I love you, but you don't. I'm not blinded by Bennington, but there's more to being a goalie than the stats that you listed.
Okay, you're correct. There is, but at some point, it's the goalie's job to make the stop. And you know what? This is where because I was an Allen defender. If those were Allen's numbers, people would be jumping out of their socks to get him out of here. They would have killed.
It's also over 9 games that you're talking. It's not a big enough picture, and it isn't his fault. The only reason we even hung any bit into the playoffs this past season was because Bennington was standing on his head. Most of the goals were not his fault, and it was the team falling apart in front of him.
Okay,
and I was in St. Louis for both games.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's look at something here real quick. Okay, you bring this up, so let's look at it. Let's bring something up here real quick. Let's bring up Bennington's numbers for the last 2 seasons. I don't think they're as good as you think they are. And that is something that I've noticed. And he, I got to find the right thing here. It takes me a second to get.
Oh, no, you're fine.
But his numbers are not what you think they are for the last 2 seasons, right? I'm looking at last season at wins totals, right? And I'll let you know when I get to Bennington. We had more than that. Here we go. Bennington was 13th in the league in wins. He had 18. He was 18, 14, and 8. He had a .910 save percentage and a 2.65 goals against average. That's respectable, but not the level that people put him at. Not the.
Oh no, I wouldn't put him in the top 3 like this article I read this week put him. But
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
He's solid enough that I'm not gonna shun him.
Okay. Well, here's the other number, and this is something that I was looking at, and you have. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but let's look at his overall playoff numbers. 3 years, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Played in 35 playoff games. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
He's 16 and 19 with a .288 and a 288 goals against average and a 903 save percentage.
I mean, that isn't a great number, but it's still not enough for me to say
you take away
fault.
that cup number, and he has been awful in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Toronto. They have Matthews. How many games has Matthews won in the playoffs?
He won more. Matthews has won more games than Matthews is. First of all, not a goalie.
This is true, but I'm just saying that we're going to go on the level of what fans like.
He's won more games. He won more games last season in the playoffs than Bennington did in the last two, because they lost in 7 games. So Toronto won 3 games with Matthews.
Okay.
Right? Bennington is 0-9 in the last 2 playoffs years.
But again, you can't blame it all on the goalie. And that's where I'll get a little bit more emotional. Like, I'm not as good as Lance, but I did play on a team for a little while.
Okay.
And you can't put it all on one player, one position. It's a team effort.
Okay. Hold on. You're right. There is a team effort, and I get that. But this isn't. When the goalie lets in that many goals, I'm sorry. There's more issues with the goalie. His numbers don't lie. Right? And I will say this.
Guy.
I will say that our defensive system failed us last year. I'll admit that.
Guy, we're about 3 minutes into this period, so we'll continue this later.
Yeah, we'll continue it on. So we're just almost there. Jordan says you can't blame all losses on the goalie. No,
Thank you,
can't.
Jordan. Oh,
no, you can't. However, there's a lot that can be. And I say this: if you say that, but when Allen was in net, you blamed him for every single thing that happened. When Allen was in net,
I was an Allen fan too.
When Allen was in net, Blues fans blamed him for every thing that happened. They did not look at defense in front of them, not one bit. They didn't look at how the team played in front of them, not one bit. Then they go, because Allen sucked. Well, you know what? His numbers are better than Bennington's.
Allen did not suck.
Yeah, see? That's exactly what I'm trying to get at. This is the blind part. We would not accept these numbers from any other goalie. We wouldn't. Period. But because he won the cup, we're giving him the excuses. She goes, because Allen sucked, but I didn't blame him for everything. Just a lot of things was definitely a lot the defense screwing up. But Allen got ran out of town. And Allen's a better goalie than Husso, in my opinion. Right? We ran Allen out of town, and his numbers.
Lindgren just made a nice
let's
save.
put it this way. Allen played in the Stanley Cup Finals last season. Allen played. See? Allen did play in the Stanley Cup Finals last season. He backed up Carey Price. Somebody here, I'm not sure of this. I agree with you, Guy. Double standard from Blues fans. The only reason is because it came up big when it mattered. I definitely think Husso could be a better goalie. So are we almost there, bud? Are we almost there, Ashley? Well, guys, I'm going to see you at the. We're going to do a half-hour post game. I'll see you guys at the post game. Ashley, are you going to be with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you guys all at the post game. Aloha, mahalo, and you got to know that I'm bleeding blue with you. Yay, me.